I'm excited because here we are in season 4 already of Ghosts. Where do we pick up once we've found Isaac vanished through the wall?
Oh boy, where do we pick up? Without spoiling too much. Yeah, we pick up. Yeah, Isaac has been pulled into the wall. Um, we saw what happened with his wedding, and we we'll see. This is a big moment for everyone in the Ghosts to see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. Patience is she's coming.
Well, we also found out that this season we'll be meeting Sam's father. What was it like for you getting to meet Dean Norris on camera and as Sassabus?
Yeah, Dean Norris is amazing. He's such it's amazing when you have these guest stars come in that are such pros. It just elevates everyone's work, and he's so good. He's so poised, and I had the luxury of being in scenes with him. Of course, I'm just like watching him. We don't interact or anything, but I'm just watching him work. I'm like, this guy's he's a legend. He's a pro. So it was really fun to watch him work. Such a sweet guy too. And yeah, and Sasapis has got some fun stuff coming. So just wait and see
Is he still hogging the chair and the sunlight?
all the time. He loves that chair, that shaft of light. He loves what he says. He loves getting the shaft.
I love his costume. It's so beautiful. What's it like for you slipping into that costume? And is that how you find your inner Sasapis?
It's an interesting thing. I'm from theater, so there's something so theatrical about getting into the same costume every day, and you almost get to like put the character on. Versus some films you shoot and you're wearing a different outfit every day, and you're kind of after, all right, let's find the character again. Let's find it. What are we doing? With Sasapis, it's I put the costume on. I'm putting my mocks on, my moccasins. I'm getting my hair done. I'm like, yeah, this is him. Here we go. We're done. It just locks in, and it's a funny thing to wear the same costume every day, but I kind of love it. It brings me back to theater, my theater days, and yeah, I feel locked in.
I love that he explored his love life afterlife some seasons ago. Do you think he is going to, or can you tease if he'll be finding some love interests again in the near future, or are we more focused on others for the time being?
I can tease that Sasapis is going to exploring his love life in his afterlife a bit more. So I'm excited about that. He's just a hopeless romantic, you know. When he died, he was young and immature. He didn't know a lot of things, and we're gonna see things come out this season, and we're gonna learn more about who he was and who he is, and yeah, we'll see if he falls in love.
Certainly, you work with all of the ghosts, your fellow ghosts and actors, in most of the scene work you do, but is there a particular pairing that you enjoy? Is it harder for you to keep it together, let's say when you're working with Richie or maybe with Devin?
Yeah, I'll say this. In the last two seasons, and very much this season, I've had a lot of stuff with Richie. So Pete and Sasapis, of course, we're roommates on the show. So of course we're gonna have a lot more stuff together. But this season, I feel like we have so much. We even like had a moment yesterday where we're like, I keep working with you. Like, and we love ragging on each other. Was he's like my brother, he's like my big brother, and we're just like, ugh, like get away from me. Like you're I see you every day. It's so annoying. But no,
Point
we love
that
each
arrow in a
other.
different direction. You're gonna hit me.
I know, stop moving so much. Ugh. No, I love him so much. And there's such a beautiful relationship between the two of them because they're very different, but then also do align on things deep down. And and I think they truly do care about each other, which is beautiful. And you're going to see that through the season of and how like even though we're very different, come from different time periods, different backgrounds, and all this stuff, we truly care about each other on and off the screen.
And we know Sasapis loves his TV shows. Will we be discussing any series in particular that you and Thorfinn are battling over again?
Oh man, there are definitely some TV shows coming back. Um, what is that one that always keeps to come back?
It's like Love Island, but I forget what it's
Oh, well,
called.
yeah, there's it's getting hot in here. There's Barons and Bodices is a great one. I think that Hetty loves to watch.
Yes.
But then Sasapis is like, fine, whatever, I'll watch it. But yeah, there's always TV on. There's always TV to be watched. I feel like there's a lot of scenes where I'm just like watching TV and someone walks in. I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying to watch TV. Can you move? Can you move? It's great.
Well, I have to ask you, Danielle is known for her TikToks, and you can get down. Do you have a dance background? I mean, you have moves.
Appreciate that. I grew up dancing. Yeah, I did tap and hip hop growing up. From the time I was about 5 or 6 until I moved from New York to LA when I was 11, and I continued doing hip hop and of course doing a lot of musical theater. And yeah, to this day, I love dancing hip hop. I did jazz in college for a bit and a little bit of contemporary here and there. And a lot of movement. A lot of movement in theater and stuff like that. But yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm trying to get back into it right now. Like currently getting back into doing it more hip hop. Trying to get those tap shoes back on, which is fun.
I mean, Danielle, and you're teaching you and the cast have, like the ghosts dance that you all created. What was it like for you? How did that come about?
Literally that came because Sheila came up to me and Richie and Asher, and it's like, I want to make content. Let's make some content. It's like, all right, what if we made a dance? All right, let's make a dance. All right, what would it be? I don't know. And I was like, oh, how about I'll start it with this. And then Richie was like, I'll do this. And then she was like, I'll do this. Asher will do this. Let's shoot it. And we shot it. And it was so silly and so ridiculous. It was like one take of us just being the silly funny, weird people that we are. And then we posted it. We're just like, whatever, let's see what happens. And it's just so fun. Like that TikTok is such a beautiful depiction of what set life is actually like for us, where we're just goofing the whole time, which is why this is a dream job for me, honestly. It's a dream job, not only because the show is doing well and people like it and it's has some meaningful messages, but also like I get to work every day with my friends and get to have fun and laugh all day. Like what a dream.
I still go back and watch the TikTok where Danielle goes to each one of you and you break it down a little bit. And I mean, she says you're like Omarion, which I thought was pretty good compliment. You got it.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
What have been some of your favorite scenes or most memorable work that you've put in? Maybe the ones where you and Nicole Sakura are in the car, or maybe you have a particular one where you got to work with your dad, that ones that hold a specific place in your heart.
Yeah, I think the one with my dad is something I can rewatch and I get sentimental about. I think about we're all gonna die at some point, and the fact that I have that to hold on to for the rest of my life is a really special thing. Um, and it was so fun to work with my dad. He's a goofball, and so having him on set was so fun and showing him around. I'm like, this is my home, Dad. Like, welcome. And so that was really fun. And that was the first time he ever played my dad. Like my dad and I have only worked professionally like twice. It was on the show called Stumptown where he played my uncle, and then this show where he played my dad. Like versus most of my career and his career, like we didn't really work together. So that was a special moment. Of course, Nicole Sakura, like she is so funny. I loved her on Superstore. So when I found out she was going to play like my love interest, I was like, oh my God, I'm nervous. But she is so fantastic, and what a pro too. She is so quick, so funny, and so honest. And I loved working with her. I would love to bring her back. And then also last season with Utkarsh and getting to do the dream episode, that was so
Oh.
meaningful to me to be able to not only work with Utkarsh finally to actually talk to him, but also but also to change outfits and to show Sasapis is more than just what he's wearing. He is a full three-dimensional human being, well, ghost, and yeah, he's complex, and I think it dives into representation for Native peoples of like, yeah, people are trying to always keep us in the past, but no, we are coming into now contemporary times and modern times, 21st century, and we're here and we're thriving, we're doing our thing. So it was fun to have that moment to show them in different clothes.
You touched on what it means to you to be a part of this special series, but what do you think it is that fans have just held on to this show and really have made it such a favorite watch?
I think there's so many things. There's not one thing. Like the writing, first and foremost, is so solid. Our showrunners, Joe Port and Joe Wiseman, are incredible. And the whole writers' room, they're just so funny, and they continue to bring us gold that I'm coming to work and I'm like, I'm just gonna say the lines. I'm not gonna overcomplicate this because the lines on the page are fantastic. So that's the biggest thing. And then in addition, I think our camaraderie and our and the ensemble nature of it came at a time when in the pandemic when people were craving that, were craving community and craving connection. And we're currently in the US in a country where people are so divided, and this show is showing people from completely diverse backgrounds and time periods coming together and having to work it out. Whether they like it or not, they have to figure it out and they have to coexist. And so I don't know. There's so much. There's so much of why I think it does well, and the way that it balances heart with humor. Yeah, there's just so much, and I think they're just our true love for each other really comes through the screen. So I appreciate everyone loving it. It means so much to us. I hope we get to just keep going and going and going. And yeah, I appreciate everyone watching.
What else have you been busy working on? Have you been working on any other projects recently?
Yeah, I can talk about it now, not too much, but I am working on the new animated Avatar: The Last Airbender film that's going to come out in I think a couple of years. I don't really know, but it's a fun one. I play a character that I can't talk about yet, but it's a really fun project.